Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
Hi guys, Shane here, Flight Simmer. Welcome to another video. Today we're in the Cicada TBM 850. That's right, $3.5 million worth of aircraft. We're just going to take it for a spin. I've actually picked this up on the Carenado Christmas sales. I've been wanting to get it for a while. It's one of my favourite planes. So we are in KMIA and just general aviation parking. And we're just going out and going to go down to runway 12 and do Manate 1 departure. Be flying about 16,000 feet on our way to Key West, so just a quick flight. Should only take about an hour or so, but we'll just quickly jump to wing view as we're taxiing out, so you can hear the sounds of the aircraft. Is absolutely phenomenal. Hear that turboprop. But this is the first time I've actually flown the plane, so I'll be interested to see how we go. I'm not familiar with glass cockpits because I tend to stay away from them. But pretty much all I've done is the engine start twice, reading from the checklist that Carenado give you, or the brief checklist anyway. We'll jump to the wing view and have another quick look. Listen to that. So just jumped down to the end of the taxiway. We're going to runway 12, so we've got to cut through runway 8 left and right. But I thought I'd do this quickly, as probably last few videos. I've done a couple of videos in Miami, so you should be used to the scenery. But one thing that this TBM 850 taxis quite quick and very nimble. It can get away from you because obviously you got the lag from being a turboprop, but we'll see how we go on takeoff though. Alrighty, all pre-flight checklist is done. I've just done this by the Carenado menu, but you can actually do it from the center glass cockpit screen and bring the checklist up. But we're going to pull out on a runway 12, and as we line up, I'll leave you guys to listen to the engine sounds, and I'll pop wing view up the top there as we go on our way to Key West. So just passing through 1,000 now, and just trying to work out how to use the autopilot. Looks straightforward, but having some issues with the altitude. But yes, this is the first time I've flown the TBM, so we're going to do it as we go along. So I've managed to work it. We're on our way to Minate 1 departure as we're leaving. We're flown off, as you can see, middle screen. We're actually flown off our flight plan, but we're coming back now. But I just sort of cut all. It's basically me just pressing buttons until I got it worked out. But we're on our way, and I'm going to leave you guys with a view as we're departing and going along the coast of Miami.
Lights paint the skies. Only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
So just nearly up to 7,000 feet as we're climbing. I think we're doing about 1,600 feet per minute for the vertical, but this thing can do a lot quicker than that. I've pretty much, I don't have it full throttle, but the TBM, I should say 850, is the fastest single engine aircraft going around. So the particular model that I'm actually flying, they were actually making this one from 2006 to 2013. I believe they've done the 900 series after that, and the actual 930. But I actually watch a vlog with a bloke called Steve-O1 Canevo, and he's a pilot and he flies this a lot, so that's why I'm sort of a little bit familiar with the aircraft. We're just going to have a look at the interior. As you can see, the TBM 850, it was released in 2006, so Carenado's re-edition is obviously kept as a new aircraft, so the leather seats look quite nice. We have a quick look at the wing view there. But the TBM 850, obviously single engine aircraft. Its Pratt & Whitney PT6866D power plant produces 1,825 horsepower, and it's flat rated to do 850. So I guess that's where the name comes from. But basically, this is a Formula 1 car in the air. So reasonably bit of room, nothing extravagant in this particular model, just some leather seats. But the window shades work, which is cool. You can still see through them. Got some area in the back there to put some baggage. And there's not really many clickables, but all in all, pretty basic, but looks quite nice, and just looks like it's got a HD TV set up at the front there. But we're just going to jump on the glare shield camera view, and we'll keep going. So now halfway over the flight, we're nearly at top of descent, so we're going to have a little quick look at the TBM in the air, and then we'll come back to you as we're descending into Key West. welcome back to the flight sim deck or the cockpit. Just slowing the TBM down now as we're coming to our top of descent, and then we'll reduce some of our height, or we'll start to descend actually I should say, into Key West. Runway 27 is where we're going to, and should be a little bit bumpy, a bit interesting. Some very good looking clouds around, but I think they're gonna give us some bumps along the way, so it should be interesting, this little TBM Formula 1 car I should say. So let's turn the landing lights on so people can see where we are, and let's get to Key West. So we're coming up to 6,000 feet. We've got an airport to our top of the left there, but just been playing around with the throttle as we're descending on the TBM, and this thing, like, it stops like a dime. You pull back on the throttle and it slows down quite good, so which is good to have an aircraft that of this size, this horsepower, that can actually be controlled on descent, so which is pretty cool. So we're on final for runway 27 at Key West. Just finding the TBM. She's a little bit of a handful actually, coming in for landing. Just trying to get the right speed, trying to get the PAPI lights to go red and white. But she's quite nimble, so a little bit different than all the other planes that I've actually been flying. But we'll see how we go. See if we can actually land it, and we're going to pop a wing view up in a sec. And I'll be a little bit quiet now. I'll enjoy the landing into Key West runway 27, and I'll talk to you soon.
500.
And welcome to Key West, guys. That was surprisingly easier than what I was actually thinking it was going to be. But I must say though, the brakes in the TBM are absolutely woeful. So if you don't know what that means, they aren't very good at all. So we're actually going to finish runway 27. I'm struggling. There must be no pads left on those brake drums. And we will swing it in here, guys, and we'll take a look at the replay.
Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move.
Alrighty, so we've cleared the runway. We're just trying to find a place to park. This is the first time I've actually been here, so this is I believe from memory this is Addons VFR Key West. So never flown into Key West before, but as all the other airports do, Addons VFR do a phenomenal job. Frames were actually really good, and really loving the textures of you know, obviously the sand and the grass and whatnot. So looking pretty good, but we need to find a park. can see some general aviation sort of stuff just on the right hand side, but we might see if we can go down a little bit further so you guys can see. Got some Cessnas over there, so you guys can see a little bit of the airport as we go along. Just watching to see what this truck's going to do. So that's pretty cool, having different type of vehicles for the ground content for this airport. So we're just going to find a spot just up here, probably in the middle of between these two Cessnas. Yes, I'm going to park in the wrong way because I'm impatient and carrying time for the video. So just make sure I don't hit these poles. Oh, there's a pole. We'll do this very gracefully. Not. Probably hit the pole. There you go. Whack on the anchors. Thank you very much for joining the maiden voyage of the TBM 850. If you like these sort of stuff, hit on the bottom left, you see some of the other videos that I do, or want to see more, hit the subscribe button on the top right there, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Cheers, have a good day.